to I Am Athlete Tonight on Mad Dog Sports Radio.
Welcome back to I Am Athlete Tonight. I am your host, Lee J. Doozable, with my guys, LaShawn Shady McCoy and Brandon Marshall. And I couldn't be more excited to bring in our next guest. He was the 2019 Defensive Player of the Year, a two-time first-team All-Pro cornerback, a top 10 draft pick, and a current Indianapolis Colts. Welcome to I Am Athlete Tonight. My guy, Stephon Gilmore. Steph, what's good?
It was good with y'all, man. Appreciate y'all for having me, man.
Already.
Yes,
now, Steph, but before we get into this interview, I want to play this clip for you. This is what you said at the end of your win Thursday night versus Denver Broncos.
Yeah.
Oh, Lord.
What did you see on that play?
They tried me like 2 times in a row the play before. I knew he was going to come back, and I had to make him pay. He kept trying me, so I made him pay.
Now, Steph, go ahead and explain to the listeners what you meant by that, because I remember earlier in that game, right? Sutton tried to stiff arm you. You were trying to punch the ball away. He tried to stiff arm and then it was crazy because everybody was like, yo, Russ is really going at this dude at the end of the game twice. So what did you mean by that comment at the end of the game?
I just think, a player like myself, you throw it in too many times, you get taken advantage of. So I just think you shouldn't throw it, especially that time of the game. You shouldn't throw it at me. So I was just trying to, set the record straight. I know he was going to one of his go-to guys, but, I thought that was disrespectful.
So is there, when you say at the end of the game, is there something that goes off in your mind as a elite cornerback? It's like, yo, let me go into lockdown mode. Like, what do you mean at that moment of the game?
I just think, I feel like I'm, one of the top corners of the league still. And I feel like, it's risky throwing it my way at the end of the game, crunch time. They're driving the ball, trying to go up is overtime. And, I feel like as a top corner like myself, it's I live for those moments. So I feel like the good quarterback. I'm not saying Russell's not a good quarterback. I'm just saying like most quarterbacks wouldn't throw it that way.
And I want to say this though and set the record straight. First of all, Gil is not like an arrogant player. Like if I said that after the game, you like, yo, that's how Shady is. Shady is, he talking his talk. But yo, Gil, he's not really like that. He's more like real humble. So I met him because when I got traded to Buffalo, he was there. And I remember like, yo, I didn't really know him as much. Just being honest, I didn't really know him as much. But I remember telling DJ, calling him up, like one of the practice, like, yo, we got this corner dog. This dude locked down. But like, we ain't really know him because Buffalo never had like them primetime games. And then once he left, I remember telling my pops, man, if they let this dude leave, he gonna blow up, but everybody gonna know who he really is. Because people that knew him was more like in the division. Yep. Am I right though, Gil? Like once you left in the world scene in primetime games, he locking everybody up. Defense player of the year.
Yeah. That's true because we went through 3 different head coaches in Buffalo. We didn't win. It was no primetime games. And when you're going through all that as a young player, you can be good, but people don't really notice, especially in a small market like that. It's almost good to come in where you going to like when Seattle was popping or when when teams winning. It's hard to come in where you're going through different coaches and you don't know, we're still making plays, but it's kind of like on the low. But I feel like the real football guys knew, but it's a media driven league, so I think the outside fans and stuff like that really didn't know.
Well, Gil, I just want to piggyback off that because the year I came in was the next year, Shady.
He's locking everybody up.
You got traded 2015. I came in 2016. And Gil was a free agent that year. And actually, he was trying to get paid by the Bills that year. He didn't do no OTAs. I think you practiced in camp because you was trying to get your bread, right? And he balled out, went Pro Bowl that year. And then the offseason, we both, were free agents after that year. I signed a 1 year in Buffalo. And we were talking throughout it, right? And I remember you calling and talking to you, Steph, and you were like, bro, New England wants me bad. And I looked at you and I'm like, bro, because you know how it is in that division, Shady, and B-Bars, too. Like the Patriots, like you don't want to go there. Like that's the one place you don't want to go. Like people literally go there to win championship. And he was like, dudes, they want me bad. And I'm glad it worked out for you because to Shady's point, right? like nobody kind of knew who you were because Buffalo had been bad for so many years. And you went to New England, played in these primetime games. And I think you even tweeted it, right, Steph? Like, now I'm just glad my family gets to watch me play. So talk about your decision to go to New England throughout that process and how did that occur?
Yeah, I was surprised, going to free agency, you never really know. And I was definitely surprised New England was paying that type of money, coming out, because they don't usually pay, you know what I'm saying? So especially when Tom was there, they didn't pay as much. So, and I think once I got there, I've been making these plays my whole career, but you go somewhere like that.
It's true.
It's magnified, it's like, if I was there my whole career, I feel like I would have been a 5-time All-Pro. You know what I'm saying? That's just how it is. It's sometimes it's where you at and the situation you in. So I just took advantage of that opportunity and, been doing the things I've been doing my whole career.
So I want to push back on Shady and Dudes right now. They're highlighting you as this humble guy and this awesome guy.
He is humble,
not
dog.
true. But it's just not true on the field. Come on, Steph, let's talk about it, right?
Yeah.
Like off the field, oh my goodness, yeah, humble, all of that. But on the field, man, freaking one of the most ultimate competitors in the world. And me and him used to go at it. I mean, bro, like worse than anybody else. I had Vontae Davis out there. I had Al Harris out there. Even Revis. We never talked, but we used to compete at a high level. But me and Steph, bro, we used to go at it. You remember them all-time battles we did? When I was playing for the Jets in Buffalo.
Oh,
like it was
okay,
bad.
You're right.
And if we're being honest, Steph, you really started the end of my career, right? I think it was a primetime game. It was like Sunday Night Football, Monday Night Football.
It was the Thursday night week too.
Was it Thursday night? Was it Thursday night?
Thursday night week too.
B Marshall really, that game, I said, damn, B Marshall, he's 6'6", 2. I'm like, God dang, he's big. That day I really learned how to play guys different ways because I played you like I play everybody else. And I really learned like, okay, I go against Brandon Marshall, I got to play him this way. I go against, DeSean Jackson, I got to play him this way. I go against this guy, I got to play him this way. So I really learned that game. Marshall gave me, he was tough to cover. He was physical, pulling my head down. Most receivers don't really do that, so I really learned a lot that game.
Oh, he was dirty. Okay.
Yeah, but it ended up coming back to haunt me at the end because like we used to battle and he does come off. He is humble, but on that field he taps into like this. I can't even explain it, bro. He's nasty out there.
No, he is a big competitor.
He meets your energy.
Yeah.
So that game we're talking about, I had this go route and I caught it. I don't know if I caught it or not, but he pulled me down, horse collar, and my knee went. And it was just MCL, but it bothered me the whole year, right? And then after that, I never really bounced back. So thanks, Steph.
Oh, man.
That's a wild one. Whoa.
You don't remember that game? You don't remember me?
Remember that.
Bouncing back.
It's because you caught 2 passes on me, and I was pissed, bro. I was so mad. I was so mad. I was like, man, he ain't getting into the end zone. I'm going to do whatever I can to keep him back to the end zone. It was, like you say, when I'm on the field, man, this is just like, I hate the guy I'm going against. Like it ain't no friends. It's like I'm not dapping nobody up. It's all business.
Yeah.
This is I Am an Athlete tonight. Let me reset and I'll throw it to you, Shady. This is I Am an Athlete tonight. I'm your host, Lee J. Dudes, but with my guys, Brandon Marshall and LaShawn Shady McCoy, and we're with 2019 Defensive Player of the Year, Stephon Gilmore. Go ahead, Shady. I know you had a question.
Now, I want to set the record straight because I don't want to – this is my boy, you know what I'm saying? And so – when I say this, tell me if I'm wrong. When I look at Gil play, he reminds me of that Revis type.
I was just
Can
going
y'all
there
see
next. I was going there next.
Yo.
Yes.
And Revis, he a pit dude. So this is my, he my guy. Gil, can you see the comparisons or am I tripping?
No, you're not tripping. I think we compare a lot. I think our style of play, we lock down guys. There's not too many guys that play this game can really line up on the island, and like play man to man and really like cover guys. A lot of guys just plays in systems and, it kind of helps them a lot. But we was more guys that, you can put us over there on the number one guy and we can handle our business. So I think that's a good comparison.
Yeah, Shady, I'm so glad.
Hold on, dude. Because that was part of my question. So a lot of dudes when they name the top 5, I feel like they media driven. Now that we getting players in media, they can talk that talk. Like, because I'm gonna speak the same if Gil's here or if it's whoever's here. You know how I act. Yeah. You know what I mean? I'm just who I am.
Yeah.
So if you had to give me your top 5 from that point of view of, listen, a cornerback that can play in any system, if it's zone, if man, I got to follow cats. Because we had
leaders answer the question.
No. The reason why is because we had Asante Samuel, and we was talking about like all these players, and I was blown away by like he was saying like, yo, if a dude don't get picks and all that, and a guy that has all these picks, they can't compare. One got to be better because his numbers are better. And I'm thinking like, what about the dudes that just shut stuff down? Like, I ain't getting picks, but you ain't catching the ball. So give me your top 5 comparables from just being shut down cornerbacks.
It's all-time Shady?
Nah, right now. I don't know them old dudes. No, right now. I don't want
right
them dudes.
Now.
Neck rolls and all
tough.
that.
It's tough right now, but a young guy that I like Pat Surtain. I think I
do like him.
I think he's nice. I think he's got a great future. I like Slay. You know, Slay is good. Slay nice.
Philly.
I like trying to see.
You can put yourself in there if you want to.
Yeah, myself. I mean, obviously myself. Yeah, I mean,
we don't know. You're 32 now. You know, we don't know. You still top.
Nah, he in the top.
You saw what my man did Thursday night.
He in the top.
Well, I got something to that.
What the hell Russ was doing? Russ was tripping. I'm thinking like, why he keep throwing the ball to him?
Because he ran the wrong route.
Ain't nobody trying to hear that.
Bro, y'all know I went out to San Diego and spent time with the receiver, so I call. I'm like, yo, what's the problem? What's the situation? The receiver, Steph, was supposed to run an in cut. They ran pretty much double post, which gave you great position.
No. He cut that jaw.
He cut part of that, B.
I was inside leverage,
yeah.
Yeah, but it's a different, it's a different angle and it's a different situation if it goes from a post to an in cut.
In the red zone,
inside leverage anyway, though.
You can't really run a post in the red zone.
You can't run a post in the red zone, so I'm undercutting that. You know what I'm saying?
What I'm saying, no, you can run double post is a play that I hate it, but we always implement double post in the tight red or the fringe area. But I hate it because DBs, really good DBs, are going to jump it or undercut it. We lost in Buffalo due to that, right? Yeah. Fitzpatrick threw it to Eric Decker, and he undercut it, picked it off.
You
were already gone already. I think you were gone. But in cut can work.
Yeah.
It can work, but I think with the leverage I had, I made him go outside of me. So I ain't give him a choice, but
ain't no choice.
You know what I'm saying? So if he running any inside route, I would have been there. So and then the receiver I was on, he not really a jump ball guy, so I wasn't really tripping on a back shoulder or something, so.
All right, well, let's go back to your top 5 then.
Yeah, I think you got 2 more spots. 2 more spots.
2 more spots.
So who we say? He said Patrick Surtain, we got Slay, we got yourself.
Yeah, and he got 2
Who
more.
else we got?
I got who else?
Got to do from the Saints, Rams. You got to do from the.
You got Xavier Howard from Miami.
I like Xavier Howard.
I keep trying to tell Shady, yo.
He been getting his ass beat lately, though.
No, Jalen. It's not. Why doesn't Jalen just roll up the top?
I like Jalen too. I think Jalen is very athletic. I think he's some stuff he do. You can't really teach. But I think
talk about that.
I think if he was more of a technician, I think he'd be the best. I think he's so athletic. He relies on his athletic ability a lot, and I think if he keep working, he probably gonna be one of the best.
Well, it's a challenge. It's a challenge for him, and we had Rod Woodson on our show a couple of weeks ago, and he talked about Jalen practicing being out of position. To your point, like, bro, just perfect the technique. so you can be the best and you don't give up some of those bigger plays. But he literally practiced being out of position. He calls it out of position play. Like Rod Woodson was trying to explain it to me. Let's push the conversation forward, man. We have this conversation all the time on I Am Athlete. I don't agree with Asante Samuels. I don't agree with Shady McCoy. I don't agree with Pac-Man Jones with this right here. New England, you were there. Does it surprise you that they're struggling right now?
Oh,
not at all.
Yeah. Go ahead.
I think they got a lot of new players on the team. You know, I think Bill is a great coach, you know, and I think they're going to get better throughout the season. But, you know, they always had 12, you know.
Oh, thank you, Steph. Thank you.
No, I'm leaving you.
No, but look, I mean, 12,
I told you that. What?
12 is the greatest quarterback to ever play, you know.
That's
you
right.
have him on your team, like it's like.
That's right.
But Bill also is a great coach. Like I've been around coaches.
Is he?
Yeah, he's a great coach. He schemed people up. He don't let your best guy beat him. Like he's a great coach, you know. So
look, my hand's raised. I gotta ask a question. So hold up. Because I don't want the media you. I want you to be honest. You play for the Colts. Let's be honest. Hold on, let me ask.
Yeah.
I won't even get into name calling, but all the greats that I know that played with him, they say, yo, he's a good coach. He different without Tom Brady. Do you know the numbers? If I said, yo, without Tom Brady, he's a 500 coach, would you believe that?
I mean, what coach you know? What coach you know right now that's coaching? But listen though, what coach you know that's coaching right now for 20 years? That's been in the league for 20 years, besides Bill.
Right.
Andy Reid. Andy Reid.
Hold on, wait. I'm saying on the same team though.
But the main factor you just said. You didn't even say his name. You said his number. You said 12. Without Tom Brady, he is a 500 coach. That's not LaShawn McCoy's words. That's not the other greats' words. That's not your words. That's what the numbers say. And that's what my eyeballs say.
But this is not fair because
you heard what he said, 12.
Who picked Tom Brady? In the sixth round.
He didn't pick Tom Brady?
No, he wasn't the GM yet. He wasn't the GM yet.
Oh,
he was running everything. He was running everything.
Not when Tom Brady got picked. He wasn't that yet.
I'm also.
Oh my goodness. Go ahead.
I'm also saying like I know 12 was great, you know, but I think consistently Bill, you know, helped them out, you know, like along the way, you know, because as far as like the discipline, you know, the being hungry every year, like I feel like he helped them out, you know, like because some coaches that get complacent, they be like, I got 12, it don't matter. You know what I'm saying?
You played with 12. So, you played with 12. You think 12? You think 12 is complacent? You played with him, and I played with him.
I'm not saying Tom is complacent. I'm saying coach.
No. But
coach is good.
But what I'm saying is, you said a discipline part. But Tom Brady from Brady, you ain't got to coach him. He gonna be on his own ass.
Well, here's the question. Here's the question. Maybe even to you too, Shady. Right? How many Super Bowls do New England win with Tom Brady and not Bill Belichick? Put any other coach you want in there. Do they win 6?
Andy Reid. Andy Reid. They win the same amount of championships, or maybe more. What? Yo, I watch how when they had Tyreek Hill. Better question, because he played against Tyreek Hill when they really beat him when it was a championship. They put this is how my memory's so crazy. They had you 1-on-1 with Kelsey, right?
Kelsey and Sammy Watkins.
Yeah.
Okay, and they double team 10. That was a great scheme. So. When you watch them, they was scary as hell. Like when I went over, I'm like, these dudes is fast. Andy Reid down the plays up. So I look at that team as a coach now where 10's not there. They don't look as scary. They still productive. Juju can't get open at all. He looks bad out there. Number 11, Scantling, he drops every other pass. And they still rolling. That's a real coach. Tom Brady left. He can't find nothing. He got blown up about 30 points. Soon Tom left in the playoffs.
Wait, hold on. Time out. No, but they got Patrick Mahomes, bro. You got Patrick Mahomes.
But Alex Smith, they were still winning.
Alex Smith was so regular, they still was winning.
Alex Smith has always been. He's always been a viable quarterback.
Viable and great is two different things,
bro. He's a winner, but he's not going to get you the Super Bowl.
We talking about Super Bowl. We talking about winning. That's the thing.
Right. All right, let's listen. We can talk about this all day,
literally,
bro. Let's talk about you. Yeah, let's focus on you. So look, what goes into it? You know, I've never been in those cornerback rooms when you have like a guy like you or Darrelle Revis. Y'all come into this game. Who do y'all have this week? The Colts have who this week?
We have Jacksonville this week.
Oh, so you have Jacksonville. So is it you that comes into the room and say, I want this guy? Or is it the coach coming in saying, this is your responsibility for a week? How does that come to be for elite cornerback?
I think most of the time the coach come in and say, hey, we want you on this guy, or we want you in this position because this is going to best fit our team. You know, sometimes it may not specifically be a guy. It may be to the field or to the boundary, you know, wherever they throwing at the most, you know what I'm saying? So that's kind of a coach thing, but for the most part, I kind of know who I'm going against, you know, before I even go into a game.
Yeah. Now, Steph, Shady brought up a good point. Revis. I
normally do.
I remember I did an interview with you the year you won Defensive Player of the Year, right? And I was talking to Revis, that's my guy. And he told me he just loves your patience at the line of scrimmage, right? You're real patient at the line of scrimmage. Just talk about, you know, your process while looking at defenders and defending defenders and understanding different route concepts. What is your process when you get ready to go out there and play on Sunday?
I think first, you know, like I feel like during the week, you know, once I find out who I'm going against, I literally watch every pass that's thrown to him. You know, every spot he's in, you know, every split that he's had. So I'm really into the film part of it. So because I know if I really know what he's doing each and every snap, it's going to make my job easier. And I think I'm a press guy. You know, I like to get my hands on guys and, you know, reroute them and you know, play top down and play with good technique. So I feel like if you can't get off the press, you know, you're going to have a long day, you know, going against me. Right. So, you know, and I just, you know, study a lot. And, you know, I think a lot of guys nowadays, you know, don't really know how to play corner. You know, they need someone that to teach them, you know, the in and out of, you know, studying, you know, as far as technique and stuff like that. So I think that we lack a lot of that nowadays in the league. So I think I really pride myself on that.
Yeah. Now, Steph, you guys, you know, have been able to come away with 2 wins out of the last 3 games. Started off slow. What has the message been from head coach Frank Wright, you know, about dealing with the adversity? I know you talked about it in your post-game interview. You know, you got guys dealing with injuries and other guys have had to step up. What has been the message going into this week? Because we talked about it. Me and Shady even hinted to it. Revenge game, right? Jacksonville has been a team that's been a thorn in the Colts' side going back multiple years. You guys already lost down there this year. Now you get them at home. What's been the message this week?
What you about to say, D-Boy? You about to say something crazy?
Well, I don't really like. I don't really like.
He cut me off. I asked him. He cut me off on it.
Yeah. Oh, my bad.
I'm talking about dudes.
I think the question is good, but I think the
he could have asked
question
it better.
Is, what's the problem? Like, what's the problem? What's the problem right now?
What's going on over there?
Right, like they got you. They would go get Matt Ryan. They had a running game.
Before the season, I'm like, yo, they gonna be serious.
Yeah, I picked him to win the South.
I just think,
that's why Steph, he knew I wanted to get it. He's like,
I saw his face too.
I think our defense been playing well. I think our offense is, you know, moved the ball, you know, a couple of times in good moments. But I think as a whole, we haven't played, you know, together. You know, we haven't been clicking on all cylinders. So I think that's one thing that that he's preaching a lot this week for sure. To just all us play, you know, a complete game and see where it goes.
Does Matt Ryan still have it? Like, can he? You're with him in practice. You're battling against him, not as much anymore because you know we're in season. But does he have it when you're sitting there watching?
I think Matt Ryan has it. I think he's, you know, he's been in the league for a long time. I think, you know, he can make all the throws. I just think, you know, it has to click, you know, it's tough, you know, coming in, new team. I know it's no excuses, but it's once everything starts flowing in and our defense is playing good, I think I'll take us against anybody.
I seen that Hines said that it's a new quarterback every year since I've been here, right? And that does affect, I think, the team. But you said that he still has it, Matt Ryan. I want to ask you about JT. I'm a running back. I love his game. And I know it's a guy like you big on saying like how players really are. Is he really that good? Does he really work hard? What's up with him? How is he?
I think he's I've only seen him 4 weeks. He got hurt 2 weeks ago, but I think he's faster than what you think, and he's patient. That's one thing that sticks out for me. He's patient. He hid behind the offensive line, and he's very patient, and he's stronger than what you think. So I think he got an all-around game, and I'm just looking forward to. I haven't seen him much since last year. I know he had that breakout season last year, but after all the things I see in practice and his plays he make in the game, I think he's all that for sure.
Now, Steph, you talked about what Coach Frank Wright said. The message has been, but plain and simple, is this a must-win game for you guys? Right, another divisional game for Jacksonville. You don't want to be down 0-2. You think this is a must-win, even though it's early in the season? It's a must-win game for Jacksonville.
Yeah, for sure. I think it's a must-win. You always want to win your division games. So I think it's a big game for us. They got us when we went down there the first time. It's a must-win game. You can't win your division if you don't really take care of your division.
Who they got over there though? Like they got they got Zay Jones, wide receiver. They got the Duke Kirk.
Marvin Jones.
Christian Kirk. Christian Kirk.
Is Christian Kirk? Is he the main guy over there? Wide receiver? Is he the main? The go-to?
I think he's spread it around a lot. He's spread it around a lot. He don't really have a go-to guy, but I think he's spread. They got the Ingram, the tight end. That's pretty good. So
they do got Ingram. Okay.
Yeah, so they got some talent.
You're watching Trevor Lawrence, bro. Supposed to be
the next Peyton Manning.
That's what they said.
The next Peyton Manning. We're never going to see him again type, right? You're watching film. What are you seeing?
I think he's he got all the tangibles. I think he's a pocket guy and he can move out the pocket. Most people don't think he can run, but he can run, but he just doesn't try to run. I think when he have time in the pocket, he can pick you apart. And I think that's one thing I see. Anytime you have time and he step up in the pocket, is on the money. But that's our job is to make it confusing for him and get to the quarterback. I think when you get to him, you kind of, that's all quarterbacks. You get to him and
right.
They get hesitant, but I think he's very good.
Well, listen, appreciate your time. Our producers are telling us to wrap it up. We know that you guys got to prepare. And, yeah, for real. So we really appreciate you. But really rapid fire real quick. Trevor Lawrence, will he ever be a top 5 quarterback, yes or no?
Damn, top 5?
Yeah, ever. I'm talking about it could take 3 years. Can you see him being a top 5?
Can we start with top 10? Can we start with top 12? Top 15?
He ain't top 15.
He said top 5.
Well, because but Shady, when he came into the league, that's what they were saying. He's going to be the guy.
Who is they?
He always say about they.
I think he can.
What's the dude?
DJ Khaled told you about they.
You think he can? For real? You think he can?
I think he has the talent. I think he has the talent. He got the size. Like I say, he step in the pocket. He get time. He can pick you apart. You know what I'm saying? So, and that's just gonna be up to him. If he gonna be a top 5. But I think he got all the tools to be a good quarterback.
My last question before we get out of here, I gotta ask. Everybody's asking this question and nobody knows the answer. And I'm not writing him off yet, but you played against him and you was getting crazy work against him. Russell Wilson. Be honest. Is it over? Is he not the same?
You don't gotta answer this one.
Why? Because that's your brother, Brandon.
You play for the Colts. You play for the Colts.
I think Russell. He's a good quarterback. I think he still has. I think their offense is a little. I'm not saying this is.
Go ahead and speak your mind.
Does it fit him? You think this offense fit him?
It wasn't easy to. It wasn't hard to study. You know what I'm saying? I think he's a great quarterback. I think You know, he has great players around him like Judy, Sutton. You know, he has talent around him. I just think, you know, they just trying to find their niche. You know, I feel like the offense wasn't you know, hard to study for.
Wow. Last question, real quick, Steph. Top 5 receivers before we get you out of here.
Ever?
Top 5 receivers. Nah, just now, right now.
Right now.
Right now, I got Devontae Adams. I got.
He's nice.
Is this in order?
In order.
Yeah, so he's number one.
He's going to order.
Tyreek Hill.
Mm-hmm.
I agree.
Because he can break that thing anytime. It don't matter.
Anytime, any day.
Yeah. Yeah. Who else?
You got Jamar
Chase.
You got Justin Jefferson.
I would say Justin Jefferson. You got him in there.
Cooper Kupp's in there. You got
I haven't played against. I like Stephon Diggs. I haven't played against Cooper Kupp. I haven't played against Jefferson yet. We played him this year.
Okay.
You know,
I like that attitude. I ain't playing yet. Yeah, I ain't playing. I ain't playing
him because I'll
let you know though.
Yeah, I like to judge people if I played them. I can't just say it.
So everybody is who you played against. You saying?
Yeah, for sure.
I like that.
So hold, don't let him go, dudes. When he said two,
he got 3 more. He got 3 more.
Okay. Dudes, don't let him. I gotta hear this.
I ain't gonna let him off the hook.
Mike Evans.
Mike Evans, nice.
You play against Mike?
But I played against Mike. He's nice. I like Mike Evans, but I'm saying,
dude, read him some names, dudes. Read him some names.
I'm about to read him a name that a lot that.
Just name some.
DeAndre
I know I would have
Hopkins.
been in that top 5 if I was still playing like our battles.
Where'd you put DeAndre Hopkins?
Sure. He's in that. DeAndre Hopkins.
He does not count. He got caught with drugs. I don't know if it's true or not, but he got caught with that. So we got to take him out of this. Let's take him out of that.
Going over with somebody he's had a good battle with.
What you just said earlier when we was talking about Brett Favre. No.
He took the test. The test came back. What do you mean?
What test?
Listen, he took a test. He got caught taking drugs that was on the Hanson.
The PED list.
Yeah, whatever it is. I barely did Gary.
I don't know the facts like you told me.
He got trouble for that. So we need guys that's not suspended for doing drugs. Let me get the list because you don't want to read the list. Let me get the list.
Oh, God.
Who else?
We named most of the top guys, Shady.
No, we didn't.
What you mean? DK Metcalf.
That's how I said Diggs. I said Diggs. Yeah.
He in your top 5?
Yeah, I like Diggs.
Well, you took DeAndre out, so he had to put somebody.
Diggs is a right runner. He's a route runner. He's stronger than what you think. You know.
No, he's nice. He's nice.
He's nice.
You know who I like right now, Steph? That and he's also getting a lot of love because he has Jamar Chase on the other side. But T. Higgins right now is playing phenomenal football.
He's nice.
Yeah.
He's nice, man.
Chase is crazy though. I love his game.
Have you played Cincinnati yet, Steph?
We played him this year.
Okay, so he'll let you know, Shady.
Hey. Well, you got some matchups coming up.
He gave 3. We need 2 more.
Well, he said DeAndre, and you said no because you said he got PEDs.
We got a slot. Who's the top slot guy out there right now?
I would say Cooper Kupp, probably, huh?
Cooper Kupp.
Or Hunter Renfrow. Have you played him?
I haven't played him. I mean, when I played him, but I didn't cover him. I was
because he was in the slot. Yeah,
he was in the slot. Yeah.
Oh, so you only go on who you
in the slot too, though, Steph.
I go to the slot, but it just depends, you know. Like,
we not gonna get fired. It sound like we not get fired.
We don't. Sometimes when you go to the slot, you tip your hand. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
What about Debo? He don't get in there. He don't really run routes. He just plays football, I guess.
Oh, Debo Samuels.
Justin Jefferson's crazy.
He ain't played them yet though.
Cooper Kupp.
Who are we missing? Sean, Omar, like
we
any
didn't
other
say all
names?
the top guys. He played a lot of them this year.
You got Waddle's out there. He's not.
Nah, you can't put him up there yet.
Yeah, DK.
We said
so we're gonna leave with
guys.
3.
Yeah, because most of the guys that we talked about, he plays this year, so he'll let you know after he plays them.
Damn, so you ain't playing.
Oh, you know who you played against that probably don't get talked about anymore? The boy that left the Cowboys and now plays for the Browns.
Cooper.
Mari Cooper. You played.
He's nice. He's a good route runner.
He's nice.
Keenan Allen. When you say Keenan Allen?
He's Keenan Allen nice, but
he's
nice. I'm just saying, like, it's
Pac-Man Jones is nice, but
I'm gonna just say that.
Pac-Man Jones.
if I'm on a guy and I'm like, damn, he's hard. Fuck, like you know what I'm saying? Like I gotta get right. You know what I'm saying? Like, but if I like,
so you're saying you don't have to do that for Keenan Allen?
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying like
he said without saying it, dude. Let my man go. What about Mike Evans?
How was it? When you played me, how was it?
It's like playing a tight end. This big dude is in the way.
Hold on. You was pushing off. You was pulling my head down.
No, I ain't saying that. No, what you just said is hold on. He's hard.
Yeah.
Okay, so I get that.
Tough. Yeah.
He already told you that, D.
Oh. I'm an athlete. We keep it real around here, right?
Brandon was tough. We gotta let my man go.
It was tough, but it wasn't like tough, like guarding like Tyreek Hill tough, like woo.
But my thing is like me going against Brandon Marsh. I'm like, what's going on? He's big. Like I'm a big corner, so I can really get my hands.
I'm just messing around. You know what I'm messing around. Yeah, I get what you're saying.
But I also got Steph when he was young. So I actually saw him actually transform into his greatness. When he first got in, it was the same. I was like, okay, he's a good corner, but I can make some plays on him. And then it came to a point where it was like, holy shit, it's hard right now. So I actually saw that transformation or felt that transformation, if that makes any sense.
Hey, how was Kelsey? Because you was guarding the whole game. I seen Kelsey
be the last one, Steph.
Work.
Yeah, we want to keep him for forever.
I feel like tight ends. I mean, I cover receivers all the time, so anytime it's like a tight end, you know what I'm saying? It's like
easy work.
Yeah, like
it's not easy, but it's
like pat him on the back. Yeah, good job, bro. Do that shit, get that linebackers. Although he did give J.C. Jackson some work. I watched that. He was giving work.
Oh, he's giving a few corners work,
but not the elite corners. I get it. Yeah. Not the elite guys. I get it.
Steph, man, we really truly appreciate you stopping by I Am Athlete tonight. That's Steph Gilmore, 2019 defensive
Steph,
player.
I'm gonna text you, bro.
Man, appreciate you.